The pilot of my son's school field trip flight contacted me. The pilot didn't introduce himself with pleasantries. He used my name like a scalpel. "Sir," he said, voice low, professional, "your son wasn't on the manifest." Silence bloomed in my ear. I was standing in my office, staring at a framed photo of my boy in his school uniform, tie crooked, grin practiced. The same uniform he'd worn that morning. The same morning I watched the bus pull away. "The school confirmed he boarded," I said, calm, measured. A lie I told myself more than him. There was a pause, paper shifting, a breath. "Sir, your mother-in-law contacted the airline. She claimed to be your wife. She canceled his seat an hour before departure." I felt something cold slide into place behind my eyes. "That's not possible." "It happened," the pilot said, "and there's more." The office felt smaller, airless. "We have airport footage," he continued. "Your son was picked up at arrivals by someone else." My hand tightened around the phone. "Who?" Another pause, longer this time. "Sir," he said carefully, "you need to see this." The call ended without comfort, without apology. I stood there, listening to the hum of fluorescent lights, realizing that somewhere between breakfast and now, my child had vanished, not by force, but by design. I didn't call my wife. I didn't call the school. I sat down. That was the first clue, how instinctively I knew this wasn't a mistake. Accidents are loud, chaotic. This was surgical. My mother-in-law hated me with a civility sharp enough to cut. She smiled while undermining, whispered poison while serving tea, but she'd never crossed a line like this. Unless she wasn't acting alone. I replayed the last 6 months in fragments, my wife turning our phone face down, late committee meetings, the way she'd flinch when I hugged our son, like guilt had weight. The school trip had been her idea. Bonding, she'd said. Trust. I trusted patterns, and patterns were screaming. The pilot sent the footage. I didn't open it yet, because some truths demand preparation, not courage. Control. I drove home early, watched my wife move through the kitchen like a woman performing normal. She kissed my cheek, asked about my day. I watched her mouth form lies effortlessly. "Did your mother call you today?" I asked. She froze, just a fraction. "No," she said. I nodded. Inside, something finished breaking. That night I worked quietly. Phone records, shared cloud accounts, archived emails she thought were deleted. I didn't rush. Rage makes noise. I wanted silence. There was a number that appeared too often, always after midnight, always unanswered when I called back. I ran it. A man, divorced, no children, works near the airport. Of course he did. I requested CCTV access through a legal contact, framed as a missing child concern. No lies, just selective truth. While waiting, I ordered a DNA test. Not because I doubted my son, because I doubted everyone else. I watched my wife sleep that night, her breathing shallow. I wondered if she dreamed of him, or if she dreamed of being caught. When the results came back, they confirmed what I already knew. My son was mine, which meant this wasn't about blood. It was about control. The footage arrived the next morning. I watched it alone. My son, small backpack slung over one shoulder, following my mother-in-law through the terminal. Confused. Trusting. Then the man, smiling, kneeling to greet him like he'd practiced. My wife appeared last. She didn't hesitate. She kissed our son's forehead and walked away with him. I waited until dinner. I placed my phone on the table, turned it so she could see. "Who is he?" I asked. She glanced once, too quickly, then again. Her face collapsed. I can explain, she whispered. I slid the DNA results across the table, not for her, for me, to feel the weight of certainty. This isn't about him being mine, I said. It's about you.